You know how some stories just explode and you really can't look away?
Oh, definitely.
The Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial, it's absolutely hit that level.
Yeah, it really has.
But what's really grabbing me this week, I mean, are these shocking allegations just from the initial hearings?
Yeah.
And these kind of unexpected links that are starting to pop up?
It's definitely moved beyond, just the initial accusations we heard about. It seems to be revealing this potential network
Yeah.
that touches on some really surprising corners of the entertainment world.
Exactly. And that's really what we're digging into today. We want to try and unpack these early revelations, specifically this connection to a former reality TV guy with a seriously troubling past.
Right.
And maybe see what clues that gives us about the bigger picture of this case. We've got news reports, social media's buzzing, kind of the works.
It's a really interesting, if pretty disturbing collision of different worlds, isn't it?
It is.
And just, to quickly recap for everyone, Sean Combs is facing some very serious federal charges.
Right.
We're talking racketeering conspiracy, which basically means involvement in organized crime.
Okay.
As well as sex trafficking, transporting people for prostitution, things like that. He has pleaded not guilty to all of it.
Okay, got it. And the person we're kind of zeroing in on today, someone who might be, familiar to some people, maybe for eyebrow-raising reasons.
Possibly, yeah.
Ash Armand. His legal name is actually Akshay Kubiak. He was on that Showtime reality show Gigolos, and, now his name's come up in this trial. So, okay, what exactly happened on day one that links Armand to all this?
So the initial testimony, it came from a male escort named Daniel Phillip.
Okay.
According to the reports, he testified that he was paid to have sex with Cassie Ventura.
Who had the long-term relationship with Combs, right?
Exactly. And Phillip alleged this happened while Combs was actually present watching.
Wow.
And this seems to be a key element for the prosecution, suggesting this pattern of, control and exploitation in their relationship.
Right, incredibly disturbing stuff. And then there's this binder that's been mentioned. It almost sounds like something out of a movie script.
It kind of does, yeah. So prosecutors presented this binder, and it apparently has headshots of 13 different male escorts.
13, okay.
And Cassie Ventura reportedly claims that Combs told her to recruit these guys.
She had to recruit them.
That's the allegation. For what they apparently called freak-offs.
Freak-offs. Wow.
Yeah. Happening in places like Vegas, Miami, LA. And this binder seems designed to show like a whole network of people allegedly involved.
And that's where Ash Armand comes in.
Exactly. His picture, his name is in that binder.
Now, for anyone who doesn't remember Gigolos, it was a reality show on Showtime.
Yeah.
And Armand, he sort of cultivated this almost spiritual image on there, like a Zen master persona.
He did, yeah. That was his whole thing on the show. Very serene, almost like a guru figure.
It's just such a stark contrast to what we're hearing now.
It really is. And what's fascinating is how that public image clashes so sharply with, his later actions and these current allegations.
Which brings us to a really unexpected twist, actually. Rapper 50 Cent. He posted on Instagram about Armand being involved, and his reaction was, pretty blunt.
Yeah, he doesn't usually mince words.
No, the caption was, quote, "This S is a movie. One of the sex workers caught a body."
Oof. Yeah.
That just jumps right out, and it immediately tells you, okay, there's a whole other, much darker layer to Armand's story that's now being dragged back into the spotlight because of this trial.
Exactly. I mean, 50 Cent's post basically surfaced Armand's criminal history for a huge audience.
Yeah.
And that history it's deeply concerning. Back in July 2020, Armand was arrested.
Okay.
In connection with the death of a woman named Herline Dulai in Las Vegas.
And the circumstances around that are just,
Yeah,
unsettling, doesn't quite cover it.
No, it doesn't.
Reports said that both of them, Armand and Dulai, were under the influence of psychedelic mushrooms.
Yes, that's what the reports indicated at the time. And apparently Armand himself was the one who called 911.
He called 911.
Yeah, describing the situation as insane. The official cause of death for Herline Dulai was blunt force trauma and strangulation.
Oh my God.
Armand's claim was that he blacked out after Dulai supposedly attacked him. He said she was trying to steal his soul.
Just a truly shocking, horrific sequence of events. So what happened legally with that? Did he go to trial?
Well, in 2021, Armand pleaded guilty.
Okay, guilty to what?
To voluntary manslaughter and mayhem. And he got a sentence of 8 to 20 years in prison for those crimes. That was reported by the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
8 to 20 years, and, it seems like this case hadn't totally vanished either. Wasn't there a docuseries recently?
Yes, that's right. Earlier this year, March 2025, Paramount Plus had a docuseries called Sin City Gigolo.
Sin City Gigolo, okay.
And it actually revisited Armand's case. It had interviews with various people connected to him and the story.
So his name was already kind of back out there, at least for some people.
Exactly. That docuseries probably put him back on some radars. And now, this alleged link to Combs through this binder, it just adds this really sensational and frankly disturbing dimension to an already incredibly serious and high-profile trial.
Yeah.
It really makes you pause and think about the kinds of people who might end up orbiting, a situation like the one being alleged here.
It really underscores the complexity, doesn't it? And it's just so important to keep reminding ourselves the core allegations here are from Cassie Ventura.
Absolute.
Years of alleged abuse, claims of being coerced into using drugs, forced into sexual acts with other men, all during that 6-year public relationship she had with Combs. Those are the central issues driving these federal charges.
Absolutely crucial to remember. And the inclusion of someone like Armand, with his own documented, very violent criminal past, well, it's clearly part of the picture the prosecution is trying to paint.
Right.
It suggests a certain kind of environment, maybe, and potentially the types of relationships within that environment.
And we know this trial, it's expected to continue, right? More testimony coming from other people linked to Combs and these allegations.
Oh, for sure.
It really feels like what we've seen just in these first few days. It might just be the tip of the iceberg.
I think that's very likely. This initial phase has really spotlighted this unexpected connection. You've got these very serious accusations against Sean Combs, and then this link to someone with a documented history of extreme violence. A link that, like you said, got amplified even more because of social media commentary.
So, as you're taking all this in, maybe consider this. How might the fact that someone like Ash Armand is part of the prosecution's evidence, how might that shape how we perceive the alleged network?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And the seriousness of the charges overall, even looking beyond the specific accusations against Combs himself. I mean, what does it tell us when these worlds collide like this, reality TV, alleged criminal networks, and these huge legal battles? It definitely leaves you with a lot to chew on, doesn't it, about the narratives we consume and the people caught up in them.